Welcome to Paris, where it's hailing. Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and we are here in Paris. As you saw, it was hailing at the very beginning. It's cleared up now. It's a beautiful sky, and we're here in the 20th district, in the Belleview Park, I believe it's called. But this is kind of like the mixture of Chinatown and the artist area, and it's beautiful. Like, you come up to this area, there's all these kind of like just beautiful stained glass, artistry all over, paintings all across the area. It's a beautiful part of Paris that I've never been to before. I'm usually, the last time I was in Paris, it was kind of more central, staying in the 14th district, but 20th district, this is actually rather nice. And it's kind of cool. They have this this stained glass, or this broken glass art that they have here, that actually points out different places all along the skyline here in Paris. But sky is cleared. I've got the afternoon. We're going to go see a bunch of outside stuff, and then tomorrow's supposed to rain all day, so then we'll hit in some inside stuff. But come along for the Paris adventure. So if you're in the 20th district and you're looking for food, and you're looking for maybe some Asian, my buddy Tomas over here, say hello, Tomas.
Hello.
So my buddy Tomas said to come to restaurant Guo Xin. Said it was really good, the aubergine, get the aubergine.
You can have a glimpse at the different plates.
Oh yeah, right? But it actually, it looks really good. And it's a dumpling place, so if you check out, it's kind of everything that's on there. But yeah, looks good. I'm off to Sacre Coure, but definitely if you're in the 20th district, this is where the Chinatown is. It's a great place to get some cheap food for a really, really good price and very, very good quality. Tomas certified.
Yes.
So when you are in the north side of Paris, you want to come up to Sacre Coure. This is on the North Hill, and it's right behind me. That is a cathedral that's it's very unique in its style. It's almost feels like it has like some kind of like Turkish, roots and vibes to it. But it is very much a Christian Catholic church. What's fascinating is inside, it's just this beautiful, just kind of like mosaics, like this huge thing of Jesus up at the altar, and there's a lot of just kind of like great mosaics throughout that are rather unique in the artistry style. And the reason why that is because Sacre Coure was finished in 1914. This is not a church like Notre Dame that's been around since the 13th century. No, this has been around for only, at this point, a little over 100 years. It's 2021, so yeah, it's about 107 years old is this particular cathedral. But the best part about this whole thing is the fact that you get this sweeping view of Paris, which is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can't beat the views that you get from here. Now, the only thing is you can't really see the Eiffel Tower from up here because it's a little bit further off to the right, whereas you could from the Belleview Park. But even still, it is a gorgeous view. And right now, you got perfect clouds and giving some God rays. Oh my God, that's fantastic. But yeah, whenever you come in Paris, definitely make a trek up north to the Sacre Coure area. Gives you the best views of Paris, and it's a rather unique church. So, all right, it's getting a little late in the afternoon. I'm gonna go grab something to eat for lunch real quick. By the way, forgot to mention, when you're coming up to Sacre Coure, you get off on the Anvers station on the metro, and you can either climb the many steps to get up there. That's a nice, decent workout. It's not too far. or you can take the funicular as well. And if you have a metro pass for the day, that also is included in the funicular. So it's yeah, it's kind of cool. It's all encompassing when you get those day passes, which is really nice. So just down the way from Sacre Coure, about 5 minutes off to the right as you're heading out of the park. You come to this little spot. It's called Le Breizh Café. But it is a creperie, among other things. But it's a cute little shop. It's really nice. They've got a whole bunch of local wines and cideries. They even they do with the crepes. Like I got the artisanal jam crepe, and I got the apple raspberry. They do have their own jams that they sell from the producers that give them the jams that they use in the crepes, but it looks absolutely fantastic. It's very simple. It's just the crepe itself with a little bit of the jam. You spread it on, fold it all up, and then you just, you know, you dig into it, and it's just, I mean, if you just look at that, it looks absolutely delicious. And it is delicious. Just something light. That's all I need. I got a big dinner tonight. Something really special coming up tonight. But this is so good. This is a really nice crepe. Very simple. I read the menu. It said it's 100% wheat crepe, and they get the wheat from the Brittany region. So really nice. And of course, you know, a little glass of French Bordeaux to go with my crepe. Cheers. So a fun place to come to during the Christmas season is the Galleria Lafayette. And it's literally just the outside of it. You don't even need to go inside. But the outside is fantastic. They line up each windows with like different like Christmas kind of like scenes, which are absolutely beautiful, and they just line the street, or at least above the ceiling above the street, with all these glittering gold and silver lights. It's absolutely fantastic. There's even one with Santa rocking out with Marvel and the Frozen characters. It's an interesting mix, but yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous down in this area near the Galleries de Lafayette. So behind me here is the Liberty Flame. This is on the north side, just from the Seine River, across from the Alma Marceau Bridge, that, as you can see in the background, heads towards the Eiffel Tower. What's kind of cool about this spot, and kind of sad about this spot, is that if you look down here, this road right here that leads into this underground, this is the road that led to the tunnel that led to Princess Diana's death and her car accident. And they actually have a little memorial to her with the peace flame and all that stuff. And it's kind of cool, like people come and they put these locks on the chains here. And they do that all across Paris. And I think the thing is, if you put a lock on one of the chains here in Paris, your relationship is locked together, and you're supposed to initial your names into, or etch your names into the lock. So I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I've been single a while, so I don't really know. But I believe that's how it goes. But it's actually kind of a cool, just little tidbit spot while you're going through Paris. So when you're traveling throughout Paris, I always recommend, first and foremost, doing the walks. Walk the city. You can see anything just down any alley. The architecture is absolutely phenomenal. And then, of course, you can always take the metro, take the bus. Day passes are very cheap. I think it's about 10 euros per. And honestly, the boats as well. They do tours. I think there are water taxis that go up and down the Seine as well. So there's a lot of different ways to travel Paris. And honestly, I recommend trying to do a combination of all of it, because if you do try and do the walking, you need a few days, because from like one point from like the north side to the south side, if you're talking Sacre Coure all the way down, say, to the catacombs, that's about an hour and a half walk if you do it straight. That's without stopping to take pictures and all this other stuff. So, but yeah, definitely when you are in Paris, make sure you're walking, and then make sure that you are utilizing all the other public modes of transportation, because there are a lot of public modes of transportation. Paris is very well suited for that. I mean, you can't beat this view, particularly if you're on the river. Think of seeing the Eiffel Tower from that little boat right there. Not too bad. Alrighty guys, there she is, your Tour de Eiffel, or the Eiffel Tower, obligatory shot right there. And we got here as she got lit up. It's absolutely gorgeous at nighttime. I think last time I was here, actually the last 2 times I went to the Eiffel Tower was during the day. So this is the first time I've been this close at nighttime. Absolutely gorgeous. And the park around here is fantastic too. A very big park, and it connects a lot of this part of Paris. It is the #1 attraction in Paris and in France, and it's for a reason. You know, it's an architectural wonder of its time, and even now, today, it still stands like that. It's absolutely phenomenal. I've never been to the top. I don't have time, particularly maybe on this trip, but maybe next trip. But it's nice to see her up close at nighttime. And I think because of COVID and because it's December, it's not too crowded just yet. You know, the holidays haven't really kicked in. But we're gonna go, and I'm gonna go see if I can find some place to grab some tea or coffee, because it is cold. We have dinner reservations at 7:30, and then we might try and check out the Christmas market afterwards. We'll see if we have time for that, but stay tuned for dinner. But anyway, let's go see if we can find some tea or coffee. Okay, so I found a little tea house not too far from the Eiffel Tower, probably about a mile walk. It's right, kind of like right in the center of the 7th district, but it's a cute little spot. It's called La Mademoiselle, no, excuse me, Le Jardin de Mademoiselle. But I'll leave a link in the description to where to find it. But it's a beautiful, cute little tea shop that's all decked out for Christmas. I'm waiting for my tea, just got my cake, although I do need a utensil. But they gave me a chilled, kind of like frozen version of the Eiffel Tower tea that I'm having, which is supposed to be spices. I think, let me look at it real quick. Spices, raisin, and orange. So I definitely smell the spices in there. A little nutmeg, a little cinnamon in there. Oh my gosh. That is very nice. I can't wait to have my hot version of this. Because of how cold it is out there. Oh, that is really good. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, if you order your tea, you can actually go up to one of the little vases, and you can actually open them up and smell your tea. You can buy your tea, take it to go. They've got cakes, different types of baked goods, everything they make in house. It's a beautiful little tea shop. Little knickknacks as well that you can buy and take with you. It's absolutely fantastic. Very cute. So I'm just gonna wait for my tea and my utensils, and then I'll give you a rundown of the actual hot tea as well as the cake. Okay, so I got my tea and I got my cake. So we're gonna try the cake first. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. So this is an apple spice cake that they make in house. That's so good. It's got a little bit of caramel on top of that. That is absolutely phenomenal. And then some powdered sugar to top that off. And then we'll try this Eiffel Tower tea. Like I said, orange, raisin, and spices. That's a nice herbal tea. It goes down really nice. That actually pairs really well with this cake. This is phenomenal. Oh my god. I hope I don't ruin my dinner. I don't think I will. But even still, this is too good to not eat at all. So good. All right, so that was absolutely amazing for a little tea shop right there. That I was not expecting it to be that good, but that was fantastic. Now, heading off to dinner, meeting with my friend Thomas that you saw earlier and his partner Christian, and we'll be having dinner at La Vidange down in the 14th district. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so I promised you guys a fancy, well, semi-fancy, it's not really fancy, but it's a beautiful French dinner. It's at this place called La Vidange. It's in the 14th district, right off of Rue Saint-Jacques. It's special to me because I was here my very first international trip with my mom back in 2016. And we were looking for a place. We were staying at the Marriott just down this down the Rue, and they pointed us to this place. And I did something I've never done on any international trip ever, except for this place. I went back twice. Usually, even if some place is fantastic, I usually won't go back twice because I like to experience other things. This place, I had such a memorable experience with my mom. We went back again before we left. And it's run by a gentleman named Thierry and a woman named Ida. She's from Senegal, so they do kind of like traditional French food with a little bit of an African twist as well. So it's fantastic food, and I've been waiting all these years to come back, and I'm finally here. And of course, finally, I am joined by someone other than my mother, Monsieur Thomas, and Christian as well. So YouTube, say hi to my friends here, and we are waiting for our delicious dinner. I already got my glass of wine, and we are good to go. So here comes dinner. All right, so I got two different items. Starters is, of course, going to be the escargot. Here in France, here in Paris, got to do the escargot. And I know some people don't like it. That's all right. You know what? I do. Great source of protein. And what they do is they generally cook it with a lot of like garlic, almost kind of like chimichurri it looks like, but it's really, really good. A lot of herbs. If you've never had escargot, try it. You got to get it at a nice, good French restaurant, but it is fantastic. Oh, it's been so long. All right, so Ida has done it again. I got the magret du canard. So it is duck, basically cooked rare. And it has sweet potato mash. And she mixes it. She went Asian with this particular one. It wasn't even African or French. She's had kind of mixture of French and Asian going on here because it's like it's her own sweet and sour homemade sauce. So I'm gonna try a piece of this, and it comes off so good. And a little bit of that sweet potato mash, and it's just that's tender. That is perfectly cooked duck. Sweet potato mash by itself. It's fantastic. Not too sweet. It's actually rather buttery. That's really nice. Yeah, we got French and Asian flavors all together here at La Vidange. Merci.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jay. Bye, Ida. That was freaking amazing. Oh. New memories along with old memories. It's fantastic. What'd you think, guys?
Yeah, it was delicious.
All right, perfect.
And they're so nice.
They're a beautiful couple, owner and chef.
They are a couple. No?
I don't know if they're actually. I don't know if they're together.
We were thinking this,
but
yeah.
I do know at least professionally they are. So
they're a very good team up.
Yeah, they definitely are. So, all right, so we're gonna head back. I will see you guys in the morning for the second part of the Paris video. But anyway, I'm getting tired and it's time to sleep. And I did find out that the Christmas market did not start tonight, so I do apologize about that. But I hope you enjoyed La Vidange. I'll see you guys in the morning. And good afternoon, guys. So second day here in Paris, and got a little bit of late starts, but I'm coming down here to the place that I showed you earlier. It was the Guo Xin Ravioli. Basically, it's a dumpling house here in the Chinatown area in the 20th district. So if you're ever in the 20th district or the 19th district, this is where you get a lot of the artists. This is where you get like Chinatown, a lot of Asian culture out here. So definitely come out here. But I'm starting off with their dumplings, raviolis per se, and I got the pork and carrots, and they look so good. I'm gonna dump it in a little bit of a little hot Asian sauce. So dumpling up. Very nice dumplings. Those are great. And that chili sauce, that's got some spice to it. Sometimes it's watered down, sometimes when you go to the US, but this is really, really good dumplings. Oh my God. And they're not bad, you know, you get about 15 of these on a plate, man, they're about €7. So if you're looking for cheap meals, you know, come to this side of the town, and it's, you know, you get some damn good food for really cheap. Real good. Well, that was absolutely delicious and perfect on a nice cold rainy day. Some spicy dumplings. All right, so I am going to actually go stop and see if I can get a haircut real quick from one of the local guys, and then we're gonna head down to a couple of the spots in downtown Paris that are indoors. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so our next stop here is at the Museum of Judaism, Art, and History here in Paris. And it is a beautiful 17th century mansion that they have turned into this museum that has all of this different art from different Jewish artists, Jewish photographers. They have a photography gallery. One of them that they're displaying right now is a Patrick Zachman, I believe. And he's been traveling the world and does photos of different places over the years, including he was in Rwanda when all the crazy stuff was happening with the Tutsis. He was in South Africa during Mandela's release. It's just absolutely amazing stuff. And the main gallery, of course, of the museum has all these artifacts that are anywhere from antiquity through the Middle Ages, through the Enlightenment, the Renaissance, it's absolutely fantastic. You get a lot of history, and you learn a lot about the culture of Judaism here in the museum, including, of course, all the different ways to be Jewish. You know, there's the many different tenets that everybody does follow, but as my mother would tell me, who is a converted Jew, you know, there's many different ways of expressing your Jewishness, as they say. At least that's what I've been told. But anyway, it is a fantastic visit. If you're ever in Paris, it's kind of like in the center of it's in the center of the city, but you can easily miss it. And behind it is also, it's just a regular park, but it's a memorial park for Anne Frank, which is also kind of very nice. It's very quiet and quaint back there. But anyway, yeah, so that is the history of Judaism, art, and history in Paris. So. I feel like there's two things I should explain. First and foremost, yeah, I got quite a bit of a cut, but the guy that was really, really good. And actually, I think that's the cleanest line I've ever had in my life. That's fantastic. Also, I just randomly found this place as I was walking by, and I had to check it out. It is a robotic pizza shop. I've got myself a goat cheese, mozzarella, bacon deluxe, beautiful thing. But I looked inside, I was like, it literally is a robotic pizza shop, which I feel kind of guilty buying something from it because I'm in the service industry, but at the same time, I have to try this. And the pizza came out, it looks pretty good, took about 6 minutes, so we're gonna try it. Like I said, goat cheese, mozzarella, and bacon. Not bad. The bottom's very much a like flatbreadish style, very thin. Not the best, but I mean the toppings are fantastic. The cheese is really good. Yeah, not bad. I'd give it about a 6 out of 10 for a robot. I would still go to a pure pizza place that's made, you know, humans are making it in one of those wonderful ovens, but still. Not bad, and then the price for, like, I got a pretty decent sized pizza. It's about, what, 13 euros? Not bad at all. So when you come out of the pizza place, take a right and head down Rue de Rumbato. This is an old historic shopping center. It's very hip and trendy nowadays. It's got the big Westfield Mall behind me. And then there's also, like, there's one other massive Galleria shopping center that's on the way before that. So there's a lot going on, but it leads all the way up to Saint-Esutache, Saint-Esutache? I think I got that right. Anyway, it comes to this cathedral, which is, my buddy Tomas said to him it's his favorite cathedral, so we're gonna go check it out. Looks beautiful coming up on it, but we're gonna go check inside and see what all the rave is about. So that was actually really kind of cool. Saint-Esutache, it's a cathedral, 17th century. I think it was 1620 something that it was finished, but it is a gorgeous cathedral inside. It's rather dimly lit, kind of dark. Reminds me a little bit of Notre Dame, just not as big of a scale, but I will say the columns, like the height of it is probably close to it. I mean, columns are just massive, and the artistry honestly is rival to, if not maybe slightly better than what Notre Dame used to be, depending on how you look at it. There's a lot of beautiful Renaissance, contemporary art stuff in there that is absolutely fantastic. They're showcasing like different things in there consistently as well. But it's a beautiful, beautiful church, a great place. You know, if you need to light a candle and to pray, you know, for someone that's passed or something like that, it's fantastic. And it's, you know, it's away from. It's in the city center, but it's away from what Notre Dame used to be and certain other cathedrals that already have that, you know, that name that everybody goes, recognition name that everybody knows, you know. So Saint-Esutache, very, very nice. If you're in Paris, check this one out. And as you can see, I'm here at the Louvre, and this is, of course, the biggest, at least I think it's the biggest collection of art anywhere in the world. Definitely the most expensive if you were to try and buy it all. We got here late, and I never had the intention of actually going in. It's an experience in and of itself, and it takes a day, in all honesty, to do it. But, plus you really can't film a whole lot in there. But I did want to show you guys the outer exterior, because to me it's one of the best architectural marvels that I've ever seen. I mean, just the symmetry to it, just the beauty of it, the way that it was built, absolutely gorgeous. And of course finished off with the glass pyramid as well. So, but yeah, this is the Louvre, and this is the Louvre Square. And it's not too far from here is where they do the biggest of the Paris Christmas markets. And we're gonna go see if it's open. I see the Ferris wheel in the background. I see that on, but I'm not sure if it's open today or not. but we're gonna go check it out since we missed it yesterday. So let's go and see if we got it. So the festival is on. I'm here on the first day and I'm super excited. This place is absolutely fantastic. It kind of reminds me of the Hyde Park one in London that I went to a few years ago. It's not as, I would say, Germanic in its way, but it's still a lot of fun. Got a lot of great rides, got a lot of great games. And of course you got all the kind of like really good food stuff. And of course I had to get, while I'm in France, the little chocolate chantilly Christmas beignets. I don't know if the beignets are part of the German one. So while I was in France, I had to get these beignets. So, oh my God, look at that! It's so good. Sweet, fluffy. Just a nice little chocolate coating on top. Oh my God, that's fantastic. I got 6 of these. Excuse me while I pig out. Okay, so those beignets were delicious. That was fantastic. And this has actually been really cool. You know, a great first step into my series with the Christmas markets that's coming up with the European holidays. I'm super excited about it. We've got Strasbourg and Colmar coming up, which are supposed to be 2 of the best ones across Europe. We're gonna start with that. But this is a great kind of very good beginning. It's not as big as Hyde Park in London, but it is kind of got that vibe just on a smaller scale. And it's just outside the Louvre on the park that's on the way to Arc de Triomphe. So it's a really, really nice spot. So if you're ever here around the Christmas time, definitely check this one out near the Louvre. It's a very, very nice Christmas market. So, all right, guys, I will see you on the next adventure when we head to Strasbourg and Colmar for the Christmas markets. And until then, happy Hanukkah, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.
Treasure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la.